नमस्कार फ्रेंड, आप सभी का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है। फ्रेंड्स, श्री वेंकटचलम को, एआईबीए जनरल सेक्रेटरी को श्री रमेश भटेजा, पेंशनर अर्स्टवाइल एसबीबीजे ने एक ओपन लेटर लिखा। उन्होंने बैंकर्स के जो इश्यूज हैं उसके बारे में खुलकर टिप्पणी किया। डियर वेंकटचलम, सर, आई होप दैट यू विल नॉट इग्नोर this message which explains the problems, pains and sentiments which we feel due to the unjustified agreements for retirees signed by working employees unions determinant to our interest. I have seen every surprising contents in your recent letter. In your letter dated 17th October 23, you having listed a number of issues related to pensioners, one of which is pension updation, about which you have only mentioned that you are pursuing this issue with IBA, and also mentioned about the cost of updation and the data of pensioner of 5th to 11th BPS. Will you please apprise us how you will negotiate with IBA on pension revision without data relating to number of pensioners, cost of revision, funds position in pension funds account, income from funds and amount of payout pension during the previous years. Banks becomes prepared to increase wages after every 5 years, but why they are in crunch of funds for pensioner revision in spite of the fact that pension is not burden on bank's profit, but it is paid out of income earned from funds lying in pension fund trust account. Sir, you know very well that the paucity of funds cannot be reason of updation. It is the statutory obligation of the banks to pay the pension and make necessary periodical revision. I do not hesitate to write that as the leader of trade union, you are not performing your duties to work for the welfare of the working and the retired employees. I am sorry to ask that how long you will delay the updation on these excuses. I am sure that you have complete data on your desk, but you feel it is easy excuse to prolong the issue. Similar excuse is always taken by IBA. Obviously, you and IBA have jointly planned to delay the issue. Sir, do you not feel that you are the only person who have created all hurdles in the way of the pension updation? How can you forget that you enclosed the minutes of 26 March 94 covered by the letter duly signed by you as General Secretary of the Tamil Nadu Bank Employees Federation, which speaks clearly that the issue of pension updation was discussed and agreed that the updation formula will be similar as RBI. Do you not feel a big lapse on your part as General Secretary of the AIBA that you never bothered to ensure inclusion of that virtual clause of updation in Pension Regulation 1995? How can you be a part of the agreement which does not include pension revision of the retired employees who always supported AIBA during their service? Please clarify your intention to be a party to the 10th BPS for introducing a special allowance which will not be counted for the computation of basic pension and causing substantial financial loss every month to the retirees who retired after the 10th BPS. Will you please clarify the reason for denying arrears to the employees who retired between the period 2002 to 2005 when the DA was rectified from 1616 to 1684, creating a special category of the pre-2002 pensioners? Please clarify the reason for denying arrears of the increase in pension after merger of 100% DA. The loss is due to an unjustified agreement which cannot be appreciated. Please clarify why the optees of second option in 2012 were not given the pension from the date of their retirement after recovering 156% of the PF, which was an utter violation of the Pension Regulation 1995. Why you are silent on the reply of the MF given in Parliament that there is no provision of updation in Pension Regulation 1995, and why you do not oppose IBA on the affidavit submitted by IBA in Supreme Court that there is no provision of updation in Pension Regulation? Why are you silent on these lame excuses? Will you please clarify the purpose of keeping the provisions of Regulation 35(1) after 1995 and amendment in 2003 and replacement of words will be by shall be? Further, I will to submit that the banks asked for the irrevocable option of pension in 1994 by presenting the memorandum of settlement of 93, and till that time pension regulations were not finally discussed and approved by the unions and IBA. The memorandum gave assurance that the pension scheme will be on the lines of RBI pension rules and CCS pension rules applicable to their employees. The moment an employee gave option and the share of bank in the PF account was debited to his account, and lifelong employee contract under ID Act 1947 was established between the employee and the bank with guarantee to pay pension after his retirement on similar lines of the RBI. Then what was the reason that why you put your signatures on a document wherein a clause was incorporated that there is no contractual agreement with retirees? Now after 25 years you are asking for suggestion for improvement in pension scheme as if you are not aware of our problems. It is very painful for pensioner that a leader is not aware of the real problem of the pensioner for whom he has executed many agreements for amending the pension regulations. Now we have observed that IBA and yourself are using different terminology in different letters. pension, that is pension improvement, pension updation, pension revision, which has confused the pensioners about your intention. We want to make it clear that the pension rules are well explained in Pension Regulation 1995 and nobody has the right to violate these regulations, and the formula of updation is clear in the minutes date 26 March 94 of a small committee. Why you are showing yourself to be ignorant of all these facts which are documented in black and white in agreement signed under the ID Act 1947 by all the unions and IBA. It is therefore very humbly requested to peep up into your heart and remember God and do not play any negative role in the process of pension revision which is pending from the last 25 years, and ensure that all pensioners from 1986 to 23 get their judicious right of pension revision on the lines of Reserve Bank of India with retrospective effect 2019, on which pension was revised in Reserve Bank of India. Regards, Ramesh Bhateja, pensioner, ESBBJ. फ्रेंड्स, श्री भटेजा साहब ने एक मिरर, एक आईना दिखाया शुरू से अंत तक कि आप किस बात के नेता हो, किस बात के लीडरशिप हो। अपनी अंतर आत्मा में झांक कर देखें कि आप बैंक पेंशनर के निहित क्या आप कर सकते हो, आप क्यों नहीं कुछ करते। थैंक यू श्री रमेश भटेजा साहब, श्री वेंकटचलम को ये पत्र लिखने के लिए। थैंक यू, नमस्कार।